JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar has BYOB today, Monday. That's right. It means bring your own bottle. Now, most restaurants are going to charge you from $25 to $35 for you to bring in your own wine. But on Mondays at JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar, you can bring in your own bottle and will not be charged a corkage fee. Now, some people bring their favorites to share with friends, or some bring a special bottle from their cellar just for themselves. No, that's just me. Perfect way to enjoy these wines and not have to clean the kitchen. Mondays, BYOB, only at JoJo.
From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Danny.
Billy.
Danny's got some money riding on the big event that's on the screen behind him. Augusta, the Masters.
If Scotty Scheffler wins, I'll cut my losses in half.
Uh-huh.
If Bryson DeChambeau wins, which it doesn't look like he's going to.
Scheffler's 7 under.
I would quite a bit, but if neither of them win, then I'm pretty much in the red. But that's okay. That's why it's called gambling. So is the stock market.
Well, yesterday I went to Thirsties with our friend Kevin Foodie.
Great
guy.
And
Kevin and his buddies like to bet $1. So they're sitting there, and just on any hole, so all of a sudden it's like Tiger on 15 will birdie the hole. And so you can say he will or he won't, right? So, and then you bet. And it's just fun. It just makes it more fun to watch. And it's just $1.
It would have been more fun 20 years ago to bet that.
Sure, it would have been. But it was actually more fun to watch him because you saw the frustration. I mean, you feel bad for the guy, and then you have to stop and realize, because I think it's very easy to look at Tiger Woods and think, oh, man, look at the fall this guy has had. We forget about that car accident. And I have said for years that I think was it a Hyundai Genesis?
Yes.
Okay, I said that Hyundai should be taking that car around, that beat-up one that they pulled off the side of that canyon or out of the canyon, and show the safety and how it saved his life. Because I think they were talking about possibly having to amputate his leg.
Yes.
And he walked. Is he still playing today? He didn't drop out, did he?
Yeah, he's still playing.
Yeah, so he's walked 18 holes for 4 days on a leg. I mean, that's just dedication and work. He was 10 over, 11 over, and you go, that's not the Tiger I remember, but man, he made the cut. Mm-hmm. And I think you have to give a little bit of, you got to go, dang, and for some reason, man, I still believe there's one more.
I think so.
I think there's one more in that guy. Don't you like, there's something about him.
You know what's funny, though?
What?
Is that after, a lot of people want to go back to the Thanksgiving accident with his wife and the golf club. He won several tournaments after that, just didn't win a major.
Yeah.
Here's where I think his career really made a turn.
Okay.
The PGA Championship in 2013, the one that you and I went to that we kissed the Wanamaker Trophy, got into the clubhouse.
Yeah.
He and Phil were projected to win that thing. And they end up, of all the guys who made the cut, because a lot of guys didn't make the cut, like Bubba Watson famously, he was playing golf at Steve Syracuse back deck.
He
didn't make the cut.
That's right.
But Tiger
For real,
and Phil,
by the way, that is a true
that's
story.
A true story.
He was hitting, it made it onto ESPN's top 10 or something.
Yeah.
And people are calling Syracuse going, hey, I know who's staying at your house, because if you rent your house out, you're not allowed to say who's staying there.
Yeah.
Now, my cousin owns 3 or 4 restaurants, I think 3 restaurants, and he rents out space of another in Augusta. Mm-hmm. And then he handles for the golfers all their private chefs for the week. So he schedules who's going to be the private chef at the house for whomever. And they obviously they have to pay. So, but he can't talk about who's getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can't at all. Like we had him on, I had him on maybe the radio, and he could say very little. Like he and I are talking, I got on, I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize like everything you were saying to me off on the phone, you couldn't really say on the air. And the same thing with Steve. So Steve's going, how do you know? Well, they filmed him hitting off he just had the deck redone. They're hitting off.
Yeah.
And it made it into ESPN's top 10.
That was
really funny.
That was the only highlight of Bubba Watson's weekend, because he didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Steve got his house back after 2 days. But that same weekend, Tiger and Phil literally finished last and second to last.
They did?
Yeah. Last,
I didn't know
and
that.
Second to last. Like
In the one we were at?
Phil was last. Tiger was second to last.
Lindsey Vonn was there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And by the way, I didn't think she was as hot as like advertised.
Oh, wow. Look at judgmental.
I have the pictures.
Yeah, I agree.
But the point is, though, is
I
that
agree.
since that tournament,
Yeah.
Tiger's won once, and it was the Masters in,
Yeah.
what was it, 2019?
That was a great one.
Yeah, it was with
Walked
the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Now I'm
was it.
hearing Charlie not as good.
Well, yeah.
I'm hearing Charlie like somebody said to me, "Do you?"
I'm hearing Bronny not as good, but he's going to go out for the draft anyway, which is another
same
issue.
thing. But look, none of Michael Jordan's kids were as good either.
No,
right?
in fact, one I think played D2, and the other one played in Illinois, and I don't even think he
he
started.
didn't finish, and I don't know that he even stayed on the team.
Yeah.
But so I was
feel
saying
bad
something
for you.
about Charlie, and they were, I figured Charlie was you got the greatest teacher, and he was in tournaments with his dad.
Yes.
Somebody goes, he's now 15. They just did a tournament together, and they ended like 72nd or something in the tournament, or maybe 42nd. I don't remember. But it wasn't even in the top 25. Let's put it that way. And they're going, do you know how hard it is to make this tournament? And we watch the guys who are great, and you think to yourself, wow. That, you know what I mean? Like their
Yes.
kids must be that. It must be that easy, and it's just not.
No, it's not.
It's just not. If it was, everybody'd be doing it.
Oh, yeah,
So-
absolutely. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. So, sadly, the highlight of my radio career was asking Tiger Woods a question at the PGA Championship.
Ha! That was the highlight of your radio career?
It may have been.
think
That or getting shot with paintballs by Stacey Pension, meteorologist from Channel 10, who was then Channel 8. But so you got to remember, it's you. We're a rock station.
Yeah.
Right. We're the jocks from the rock station.
Right.
Okay. And we're sitting in front of the guys from WHAM, who was known for being the sports leader in town.
Right.
And not a single one of them, nor the guys at Channel 13, ask a question. So Thad Brown asks a question from Channel 8.
Yep.
Then they hand the mic to me.
Okay.
And I asked Tiger about Charlie. And I said, Michael Jordan always said he felt bad for his kids because everyone expects his kids to be the same as him.
Right.
What advice do you have for your son, Charlie, if he decides to follow your career path? And he gave a 2.5-minute answer that went viral. It was on SportsCenter. It was on Golf Channel. It was everywhere.
Why don't I remember this?
Yeah, because it was me.
Did we play it?
Yeah.
We did?
We played it.
Oh, okay.
Remember you downplayed the whole thing? You're like, yeah, but then it's like Danny was kind of shuffling his feet there with that question. He kind of
did?
stuttered. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what an asshole.
Yeah, and then Tommy goes,
Bro, you really got to rip him for that, bro? That's the highlight of his life. He asked Tiger Woods a question. You got to piss all over it?
Is that what he...
Dump that. I can't say pass. but yeah, so I asked Tiger,
Oh, that's
and then
so
we look
mean to
back,
me, buddy. I'm
and then,
sorry.
and then you go, the next day out there you said, by the way, nobody at the sports station said a word.
Yeah.
And the dumbass from the rock station asked Tiger
Yeah.
Woods a question that goes viral.
Yeah.
I go, well, thanks, Bill. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, God, I wish. It's so bad because I'm starting to... You start to wonder when you don't remember things, are you losing your mind? But I think that, I don't know. I think there's a lot to...
No, you had a lot going on, dude.
Yeah, of course I will. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a lot going on.
Yeah,
so.
you had like a wife, you had kids.
Yes, I did.
You know, you had a show. You were
Yes.
carrying a piano up the side of a building.
All right, I wasn't. It was a great show. We all worked very well together, and yeah,
John Kutchko was sleeping there.
Yes, he was.
Remember, he got the camper.
Oh God, yes, I
This
do.
is like the camper to end all campers.
Yeah, it was. Today is my nephew Dylan. Dillon. I call him Dill Pickle. Is 7 years old. So my brother was taking him. They went down to see my mom, and then from there they went to the Mets game, and they got. He bought the jumbotron.
Oh, cool. Because Doc Gooden's supposed to have his number retired today.
Yep. So they were there for Doc Gooden's number retirement.
They didn't think the game was going to get in because it was overcast.
The weather was really good today.
Which I think
was in the 70s.
I think Doc's dying. That's why they put this in April and not in June.
Oh, really?
That's just my hunch. Because everybody's
Oh.
like, why would you schedule this in like June? Well, maybe because they might not have June. That's my thought.
They wrote, so it says, and you can look at it here, happy 7th birthday, Dylan, love mom, dad, Mallory, and Toast. Toast is the cat.
Oh, wow.
So my brother got that on the Jumbotron, and I saw it on Facebook. Now, my mom is lovely. She's lovely. We all love our mom, but
Love Mom
sometimes
March.
mom can be, she can be mom.
Yeah.
And so
her
my
job.
brother says to me today, he goes, yeah, because I call for Dylan's birthday, and they're outside, and he says, I told mom that I got her tickets way up there. We're going to be sitting down low, but she's way up there, and we'll meet up with her later. He goes, because Mom always has these fears about being abandoned. He goes, so of course they didn't. He didn't do that. But my mother sends me a text message just as we were starting the podcast, and this was the Ticketron message big hit, and that was the one. And I had already seen it on Facebook. My brother or sister-in-law had it up there. I said, I saw it on Facebook. How great. She writes, I was great. But she meant it was great.
Yeah, right.
So I write back, you were? And she just writes, oh, shit, it was great. Beautiful afternoon here. How lucky am I to be enjoying this time with Kevin and family after having a wonderful time with you. Good day truly blesses me. All is good. And then she writes, God truly blessed me. All is good. And I am grateful. And all I'm grateful. I am grateful. She like, my mother,
ding, ding,
my
ding.
mother's fat
ding.
finger, but she's correcting every mistake. It's like, I got it. I got the message. I knew what she meant.
Yeah.
Can
you imagine if you were in the car?
Oh God.
Don't you hate that? So
I don't hate it. It's sweet. It's fun.
No, it's sweet, but it's like so my family. I've had to mute my family like 8 or 9 times. There's like 8 or 9 different text threads that, like, because somebody always gets left out or forgotten. I'm sure I've been left off a few, and I'm okay with it. But I've muted them. The problem is when you're in the car. I don't know if this happens with you and your Ram from Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Yeah.
But in my Toyota, apparently you can't mute texts that come through the car. Speaking of dings.
Oh, my battery's running low. Stand by.
Stand by. You can mute texts on your phone, but if they come through in the car, you're still going to get a notification. And I get this bell that rings, and my family starts ding, 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 ding. And a lot of these dings are just, apparently on iPhone, you could like or heart or love or laugh at a texts. Yes. So now these aren't even like returned messages. Some of it's just like, Mom liked a message. Mom loved a message. Mom emphasized a message.
That's all right. Well, so I thought that was a sweet thing. It's only, by the way, I'll just say that it's only $100 to get the Jumbotron at Citi Field.
Oh wow, dude, we should advertise.
No, I'm just saying, like, right? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's a really reasonable price.
Or just heckle people.
So, so they did that for him, and I thought that was pretty cute.
Dan, your ex-wife is cheating on you.
We have a couple things going on today. You know what? In light of OJ, your buddy. Peter Montamurno.
Our buddy, yeah.
Our buddy, Peter Montamurno, who really was fantastic during the NFL season, has, I want to say like me, a love-hate fascination with OJ. More so than I did. I mean, he went out to L.A. and went to the grounds. He wrote a letter for a guy who was writing to OJ. So he had commented on the podcast from last Friday. So we're going to talk to Peter just about the OJ stuff. Later this week, we have somebody who's coming in on Tuesday, probably drop on Wednesday, that wants to talk about why he believes OJ didn't do it.
Yes.
Right? So OJ didn't do it. But Peter has a different theory. And then Racin Randy in the studio.
Oh, boy.
In the studio. I was getting calls all morning. Can you call me by 10 o'clock, buddy? So I got all that taken care of. Racin Randy will be here and is going to tell us about a TV show. This is legitimate, and I believe it's going to be on Discovery, that they're doing a television show, and we will learn all about that. But first, Cobblestone on Main at 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster is irresistibly delicious. You got to get over there and treat yourself to their Southwest chicken nachos. Delicious. Had my son in town. We had those nachos. He goes, the best nachos I ever had. Matter of fact, when they were bringing them to our table, some ladies leaned over and said, what is that? And you only get that kind of reaction when something looks as delicious as it tastes. It's a flavor fiesta right there at 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster, Cobblestone on Main.
Comedy at the Carlson. Ticket and show times at carlsoncomedy.com.
Circulaw. Their foundation lies in the belief that everyone deserves a fair defense. We're getting into what I like to call drinking season, right? The warm weather, you're out with friends, you have a couple of glasses of wine, maybe a new rosé. Somebody says, ooh, did you try this? You think you're fine. But then you get pulled over and you're facing a DWI. That's when you call Steve Serkiw and his team. They're going to tirelessly strive to ensure that your rights are protected and they leave no stone unturned in building a robust case. So whether you're facing a DWI or possibly accused of a crime you didn't knowingly commit, Serkiw Law will defend your rights and personal freedoms. They have a lot of experience. They've litigated criminal cases of every scenario, from simple misdemeanors to the most serious felony offenses. At CircuLaw, they believe preparation is key, and they make sure to thoroughly prepare for every possible scenario. So again, if you've been charged with a crime and need a defense attorney with integrity and experience both in and out of the courtroom, it is CircuLaw. Reach them at 585-385-2510 or by email through their secure contact page at circulaw.com. Make sure your rights are protected with CircuLaw.
That's what I'm talking about. We talking about me. I can't take credit. God give it. Let's talk about me here a little bit.
Y'all got you. Come on.
Why do people wonder about my intentions? And why do people ask me so many questions about how I made it to the top? About all the times I made those teams defensive stops. They say, yo, coach, there's no stopping the juice.
Who wrote this?
And when I'm on the field, I'm like,
I'm dying to know who wrote this song.
Shoot me.
Well, after he was found liable for murder, for the double homicide, he had to come up with ways to make money.
Somebody wrote under this as a comment. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, OJ. You were acquitted, yet the world said you were guilty. May you rest in the Lord's arms. Huh. I don't know. What do you say to that? Yes, he had to make money, and so he was trying to do these sorts of things.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, if he was repentant and remorseful and asked Christ to save him, then he is in the Lord's arms. If he didn't, or if he was facetious, or if didn't truly believe it, then, well, yeah, his fate is what you might expect.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Bill.
Thought this would be your ringtone. Have you heard the OJ rap song, Get Juiced?
How did you know it was my ringtone?
It's very funny. It's, there hasn't been a whole lot. I didn't see a lot of, but I didn't watch Saturday Night Live. I don't know if they referenced the passing of OJ. I saw some of it.
I know Caitlin Clark was on.
I didn't watch a whole, I didn't see a whole lot of coverage on the news about it or anything, right? Other than the day.
Yeah, just
I thought there would be a little bit more stuff. I guess we're all just like, well, okay, move on.
I've seen Costas talk.
I'll tell you, from a print standpoint, the New York Post, every day there's like 5 or 6 different articles.
Okay.
The New York Post is sending out, but from a just TV, and I haven't seen much there. You're right.
So to give you perspective, like a lot of times when people start getting older, right, people write death stories, obits, and have them ready to go.
Yeah, they do.
So Sal Mayrana tweeted out, because he's on strike right now with Gannett, with the Democrat and Chronicle. He goes, yeah, I would have had a great obituary I've already written for OJ Simpson right now, but I can't send it to you. I can't release it because we're on strike.
Well, that's too bad.
But wait, when they get off strike, I want to read that thing.
So Peter, I was saying to Dan earlier that I have had, I don't want to call it a love-hate, just a true fascination with OJ and just this juxtaposition of life, right? You had the beloved guy, the beloved athlete, the college athlete, the Heisman Trophy winner, goes to Buffalo, this team that, really kind of puts it on the map, so to speak. Then goes to the 49ers, broadcasting, movie, comedy. The guy was doing comedy. He was doing commercials. He was just loved. And then this happens. And then we get to see, it's all the things that still plague our society. I mean, boy, did that really highlight racism and domestic violence and all kinds of stuff, or the racial divide. I don't want to say racism, but racial divide for sure. And I thought, wow, it's just fascinating. And it was fascinating to me that so many documentaries, so much energy was put into his life after the trial, right? People documenting it. And we all watched the 30 for 30s and they did a fake one, right?
Yeah,
did a recreation?
Yes,
and had pretty decent actors in there. So I go, all of this stuff to me is fascinating with OJ, but where's the truth? Did he do it? Did he not do it? We don't know. And in our justice system, as somebody said, somebody commented under the rap thing saying, "Rest in peace, OJ. May you rest in the Lord's arms. You were acquitted, but found guilty, and the rest of the world found you guilty." I don't know. But you have a theory on all this. I know you do.
Yeah, to be honest with you, since the news came out, I've been back and forth on this. For such a long time, being a former Buffalonian, you know, I don't want to say I thought he didn't do it because he played for the Bills. No, some people actually think that, but you know, he put Buffalo on the map. Let's face it. In many ways, he put Buffalo on the map, and he was like the biggest Buffalo cheerleader, not just and I think, Dan, you said this the other day, not just the Bills, but the city of Buffalo.
Yes.
So when it came out that this happened, you know, in having watched the trial, I mean, I literally, from the preliminary hearing in the summer of 94 through the trial that started in, I think, January of 95, all the way to October of 95, I was mesmerized by it. And I watched it. I came over to my parents' house. Our family came over to my parents' house for lunch today, and my mother reminded us, you know, I still have the VHS tapes. Do you want them? I taped the OJ trial on VHS. And she still has.
Wow.
So just, watching it and trying to decipher, you know, all of the everything that was presented in court. And actually, I told you guys a while ago how I went to Nicole's condo when I was in LA years after, and the whole thing. So I feel, you know, I still think he did it, but there's still a piece of me that's like, I don't know. I don't know. Now, there was an article that came out today or yesterday in the Post. I don't know if you've seen it yet, where it's a supposed mob hit. Someone came out, now that OJ has passed, and said, yeah, this was a mob hit, and OJ actually wanted to be there while it happened. And we did this, or our Gambino contacts did this, but OJ said he had to be there when the murders were done. So be that as it may. So yeah, and that's, you know, long-winded answer, Bill.
No,
it sounds like Al Qaeda taking credit for 9/11. Yeah, that was us.
That's like really strange, right? But see,
very
as somebody said to me, I mean, look, even take just, I was just thinking of this at the trial, and someone had said to me, I don't know that anybody had heard of Louis Vuitton bags or luggage, just like in the general public until that trial.
Or Bruno Mali shoes.
Bruno Mali shoes. I think Bruno Mali shoes. I think the program director at the radio station that I worked at the time, CMF, had them.
Oh, no kidding.
I think Stanley had a pair.
Oh, wow.
I think he did. Because we were all making fun of him. Right. They were the murderer shoes. But the blood in the car, the blood in the shoes, the Bruno Mali footprint, like all this stuff just seemed to add up, and there was never anybody else connected. You know, you even had Cato Kalin, who said he heard the thump as the stuff came over the fence that night. Like the two, right, because he was coming over the...
Was there an earthquake?
And then there's this he talks about the bags in the trunk. Like he was helping OJ get ready to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
And he goes, do not touch that bag. And then that bag was never seen again. Like Robert Kardashian got rid of it or whatever it was. And so you don't know, but it sure seems to fit that it was OJ. I think a lot of people have come to that conclusion. Certainly, OJ did not need that crime of whatever was going on crime, I'll call it, where the guy was stealing back his Heisman Trophy or whatever was going on. That did not deserve 9 years. There's no way that's getting 9 years.
2 years.
That was a payback.
That was payback as much as you could get.
Carl Douglas, one of his attorneys, goes, that was a 2-year sentence soaking wet.
Easily.
Yeah.
So,
you know, and the one thing that I keep coming back to, Bill, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Go ahead.
please.
The one thing I keep, and this has lived with me forever, since the murders happened and the trial and all that, his demeanor, there weren't enough people on the airline because he flew from Chicago to LA, or from LA to Chicago that night.
Right,
the night of the murders, he flew there. So there was a red eye. There's not enough people that had testified. There's not enough eyewitness accounts about his demeanor. Now, if you've never killed a man or a woman, whomever, you've never committed murder, and then I heard some things that, you know, through reports and such, that on the flight he was signing autographs. He was very pleasant. And I'm thinking to myself, man, if you killed somebody, are you not just
unless you're a complete
quaking in your boots?
Yeah, unless you're a complete psychopath. But yeah, I mean that's the thing is like you're right. But he was always that happy-go-lucky even after. Like he went down to Florida. There were rumors of him doing cocaine, young ladies, all kinds of guys. He never changed. And when we talked to Tim Graham, who sat with him many times, and Tim had said for the first time, I think ever, it was on this podcast, that he was asked to do a podcast with OJ because OJ trusted him. He was very fair in what he wrote about OJ. Pretty factual, maybe, certainly painted the picture of things. But even he was like, the gravitational pull around OJ was amazing. Like people, look, he did. I mean, if you can say that he had transcended football, right? Prior to this.
Sure.
Now,
sure.
I mean, my aunts knew, my great aunts, not my aunt, but my great aunts, my grandmother's sisters. Everybody knew who OJ was at that time. So he had really transcended, and yet his demeanor never seemed to change ever at any point. But to write a book, if I did it, to answer the door with the reporter and the banana pretending and making that noise like you're slashing at them. That video's been everywhere, and we played it here.
That's disturbing. That's disturbing. And, and growing up in Buffalo, I grew up with Jim Braxton's children. Jim Braxton was OJ's fullback. And when Jim Braxton died in '85, in the summer of '85, like literally August, I remember because we were on vacation. My dad was reading the paper. When he died, OJ, and this is known throughout everybody, and at least in that circle in Buffalo, that OJ opened up a trust for both Brandon Braxton and Justin Braxton, his two children, to pay for their college. I think Jim had a daughter as well. I'm not 100% on that. I can't remember. But he paid for both Brandon and Justin's college through a trust after his father died. So, that's a really benevolent act, right? I mean, at the end, so people latched onto that, and then there's no way he would do this because he did that. Right or wrong, that's what people latched onto. Now, my theory, and I said this a few weeks ago, I feel like there's a letter somewhere. I feel like there is a letter in a safe deposit box or somewhere that someone has that instructions were given by OJ post-mortem. This has to be read, and it's a letter admitting everything. What happened, why it happened, how it happened, why I didn't admit to it. And it's a way of OJ to control the news cycle, to own the news cycle for a certain amount of time. Obviously, it's not going to affect him at all. It's going to affect his family, the ones that are still alive, his children. But I feel like that's somewhere. Like I'm gone, and here's what happened, and I'm glad I'm gone now, and I held this for so many years, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if that's true. That's just a hunch, but it would be interesting if it was almost like, remember that suicide note / I don't know what you want to call it. It really sounded like a suicide note when Robert Kardashian read it the day of the slow speed chase.
Friday,
okay, so Friday the slow speed chase and everything, was it just all of a sudden that certainly would go to your demeanor that you're talking about, Peter, where you're on the run, or you don't know what to do, or you're losing your mind, but it was a couple days later, and all the focus was on OJ. I think there was, paparazzi outside his Brentwood home. I mean, look, Brentwood. We all know Brentwood.
Yeah, the one paparazzi got the shot of him in handcuffs. That like they put him in handcuffs briefly. Yeah, and then they and somebody got a picture of it. Yeah, and they took him out of handcuffs. Everybody's like, "Well, what's going on?" And by the way, that wasn't even the top story Monday morning. It was Mike Tyson had a parole hearing and he was denied parole. Yeah, that was the top story because people didn't think, "Oh, come on, OJ Simpson didn't kill anybody." Right. And then the next day they're like, "Oh, there's blood in the car." The
blood in the car. There was the Bruno Mali shoes.
And all of a sudden, I was like, they're starting to piece it together. So Wednesday's the funeral. Right. And then Thursday, I don't know what happened Thursday, or maybe Thursday was, then Friday, he was supposed to turn himself in at 11 o'clock. Yeah. And he was a fugitive.
Right.
Yep.
And that's when the whole thing kicked off.
He went to the funeral and he walked up to the casket. That is what blows me away. If he actually literally physically slit the throat of his ex-wife in a maniacal sort of way and still shows up at the funeral and walks up to the casket, somewhere inside of a brain like that, it's clearly not normal. Clearly not normal.
And he told people like Faye Resnick and others, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
And they're like, well, what are you apologizing for?
Right.
And then Johnny Cochran in the trial turns around and said, these deaths lie in the world of Faye Resnick. So they were pointing at Faye as the reason why she was dead, because she was supposed to live with Nicole, and because Faye had all these drug issues, and it was a Colombian necktie.
Down
You pull your
Dershowitz.
tongue through them.
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
came up with that
So,
defense. He
yep.
faxed that in from Harvard. He had a class sitting there. And he goes, "I'm gonna fix this case. Watch this." And they wrote the Colombian bow tie theory. And I think Cochran asked about that on the stand. That it was like a way of getting payback for drug problems.
Yeah.
or for owing money for
so
drugs.
they think Faye Resnick was the reason.
was supposed to be the person that got killed, not
Supposed to be the
Nicole.
person.
They got the wrong person.
Yeah.
But
And then Alan Dershowitz comes out yesterday. Was it yesterday or today? Where he his condolences to the Brown family and the Simpson family, and then he said that I would have defended Nicole if if her family contacted me first. I'm like, wow, what the hell is that?
defended her from what?
No, he would have taken the case. He probably would have gone
Oh, taking the case. I'm sorry, yeah. He would have taken the case for the Brown family
as a
if they would have contacted him first.
Yeah.
But he's a defense attorney, so I don't know what. You're right. Defend from what? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But
No, it'd be
Or
He could have been
let's
a
put it this way:
prosecutor. I mean-
he would have stayed out of it. In other words, the reason why they hired Dershowitz. The reason why they hired Dershowitz in the first place was because Dershowitz would go on all these TV shows and talk about all the things that Robert Shapiro was doing wrong as
Yes,
OJ's defense. Because
yes.
these guys are all rivals, right?
Yeah.
So that Shapiro
Right,
goes, "We're
right.
going to have to hire him."
Yeah.
So they hire. So he basically gets a job out of it as a retainer, just to one, shut him up, and two, get his advice faxed in from Harvard as to how to go about the trial.
Yeah.
Right. But maybe what Dershowitz is saying is that had the Brown family contacted Dershowitz, which is a
Right.
very arrogant thing to say.
Sure it is.
He would have been on retainer to not represent OJ
That
Simpson.
very well could be.
Yeah.
I'm as you're talking though, I'm thinking to myself, what with OJ and all the lawyers and the back and forth, where was I don't even know the prosecution. I mean, they had what seemed like a slam dunk case with all this stuff.
Jason Whitlock talked about that. He goes,
Doesn't it seem like they had a
he
slam dunk
said
case?
they botched this case from the beginning, left and right.
yes.
So
And the DNA, the way they presented the DNA went over the jury's head, way over the jury's head. When you got Cochran with the cap on saying, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah,
That
right,
connected. The DNA went over their head. And while their DNA was legitimate, it didn't, there was enough reasonable doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And then the defense had all these character witnesses. They had Michael Baden, who is the coroner, very famous coroner, very personable, great charisma. Henry Funk, not Henry Funk, Dennis Funk. Well, he was the
He's the prosecution's DNA guy.
He was a DNA guy, but there was someone else on the defense
Barry
side that
Schenk was Barry Schenk was the DNA attorney for OJ.
Schenk, yes, and then there was another witness who did blood spatter.
yes,
yes.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
He was
about.
an Asian, but again, another personable, charismatic. The prosecution didn't have anybody like that.
no.
The defense paraded all of these witnesses in that connected with the jury, and Joellen Demetrius. She's the reason why OJ won, because Joellen was the jury consultant. She helped out the team to pick the right jurors. And when you have a bunch of witnesses that are going to connect with the jury that you're going to win if you have a certain jury, she did a great job with jury consultation. So Joellen Demetrius is like an unsung hero when it comes to that trial.
Okay, so we had audio of a former juror who said you didn't see what we saw, and there was that whole thing that I was kind of unaware of at the time that the jury didn't see when it came to Mark Furman. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of things that was inadmissible in court, and you forget that these people were truly isolated. They couldn't have anything. So all the articles, all the conjecture, all the TV talk shows, everything that was going on, they never saw, or I would assume maybe little. Maybe you saw a headline, but you didn't read the article probably. So I'm thinking like maybe there was things that we didn't see. Maybe because I thought there was a woman. I really did think there was a woman in one of the documentaries. It might have been the ESPN 30 for 30 piece that they did, where she said, "Well, this was payback. I think he did it, but this was playback. We just had the riots. You had beaten the crap out of a black man. So we were, I was that was the gist of it. But then hearing this juror, when I was looking through YouTube stuff, I went, well, maybe, this guy really talked like, hey, I still believe he didn't do it. The question I was going to ask earlier is, where's Al Cowling?
Yeah.
He was the one in the car.
Alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Right.
He was sitting he was sitting right there driving, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't it him driving and he's on the phone?
Yeah. I'm with AC. I'm with
You know
OJ.
when he called the police, you know who I am, goddammit.
Yeah. I'm like, come on. Yeah, who's this? Yeah, this is stupid. Like, that was really funny, but very true. Everybody knew. And I think OJ probably was. Didn't he have a gun in the car to his head, allegedly?
Gun, 20 grand in cash. Yeah.
Which all goes back to your demeanor thing. I don't know if the pressure just got to you by that point. Like, I got to think. Here would be my theory, Peter, as you talk about the letter. To be a great athlete, you got to have a short memory, right? Mm-hmm. You do. You get a loss, you got to turn it off and go on. Could it be that OJ did this, almost blacked it out like he forgot, and then some days later you realize what you did, you see the pressure, you're starting to see the consequences of what had happened, and you don't know what to do. And
I go back to Bill, and I go back to the murder scene. Ron Goldman put up a fight. The evidence showed he put up a fight. OJ has no scratches on him, but a nick on his knuckle. Yeah. And Goldman put up a fight. He had defensive wounds on him.
Did he have any DNA under his face? Okay, but whose DNA? Did they figure out whose it was?
I don't recall, but there was defensive wounds on him. And OJ has nothing on him except for that nick on his knuckle. So we'll never know. We're never really going to know.
All right. So do you think in a way it could have been his son, Jason, the
way Jason reacted when the Bronco pulled up to OJ's house? Remember he was going nuts.
Yes.
Outside the car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that to me, I don't know. Could it be Jason? Yeah. He was documented. He didn't like Nicole.
Okay, somebody said he was having an affair with her. I don't believe that, but he probably
somebody's actually done a documentary talking about his infatuation with her and why they think Jason did it.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
So, there's a documentary on this?
Yeah, it's a short one, but there was or not a documentary, but one of those 45-minute specials.
Okay, all right, yeah.
That they stretched to an hour for television. Why Jason had a reason to have Nicole
But could you
killed.
imagine if OJ all these years
cover for his son?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I could totally see it.
But then I thought maybe he's going to say, if he said in the letter, "Listen, here's the reason why I didn't admit to it. I did not want to have my young children without a parent." That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously Jason or Justin and
Sydney.
Sydney were very, very young, 5 and 3 or 8 and 5. I can't remember what it was,
but I thought her sister got custody of the kids, at least when they were little. Well, at least while the trial was going on, I thought she had the kids.
Denise or the other one?
The
bigger one.
The younger kids. The younger kids.
Younger kids, yeah.
I thought that Nicole's sister had them during the trial.
Yeah, Denise Brown. Brown. Yeah,
okay.
I thought the Browns did, their grandparents.
Yeah, I thought that.
But then I think custody changed to Denise. I don't know. It's amazing we're still talking about this.
Of course, because it's fascinating. It is fascinating.
The anniversary is coming up in June.
It's fascinating in that.
He's well.
Yeah. So this is the 30th anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I graduated Fisher. I remember being on CMF watching. We wheeled the TV in for the chase. It was a Friday night. Mm-hmm. I think I was filling in 7 to midnight. And we watched. And that was, and I had just graduated from St. John Fisher. And this is our 30th anniversary coming up. Wow. So it was.
I remember during the trial, I was a senior playing at Fisher. And during football practice in the fall, on Thursdays, I would wear a free OJ T-shirt over my football pants.
I'm sure Coach Voss
couldn't get away with that today. Couldn't get away with that today. But I was all in. On OJ being innocent. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Speaking of today,
yes, sir.
imagine this happening today with the country as divided as it is. It was
Yeah.
divided then, but we knew less.
Yeah.
We don't have nearly as much information or access
I wonder
to
if we
information
would
on demand
have
as we do now.
a ring doorbell camera that we could look at to see who it was.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't you think? Like,
Yeah. Someone would be standing in front of a condo videotaping the murder and not helping.
well,
That's what today.
that's the other thing, right? Because you don't want to get involved in that. The guy's slashing, and hopefully someone's calling 911. But I think there would be ring doorbell camera. You know, one of the big problems with the ring doorbell cameras is a lot of people cancel the subscription. So all you have is like that day's video, but you can't go back and see. That's where police are running into problems when people say, hey, I got a Ring doorbell, but they canceled the subscription, so it's not stored on a cloud anywhere that I could go back and see what it was over the past couple of days. So
I smell a 30-year anniversary podcast, Bill.
I think, you know what? I'm with you. I think we really dig deep and try to do a legitimate inside OJ, because I would love to talk to Tim Graham and see what's going on, because he sat with the guy several times.
Yes.
I would love to know what Tim Graham's thoughts were and what's happening. You know?
Get Marsha Clark on the show. I'm sure you can track her down.
Marsha Clark.
Yep.
I want to talk
Chris
to
Darden.
I want to talk to Chris Darden. I'd like to talk to Al Cowlings. Why
He
is
ain't
nobody
talking, though. He ain't talking. He's been really tight-lipped for 30 years.
But
He's not sold
don't
his
you
story.
think he knows-
He hasn't talked to anybody.
He had to sit there driving OJ going, bro, what happened? Don't you think? I mean,
They showed the scene they showed the scene though in the FX series,
Yeah.
where he I think Theo didn't Malcolm Jamal Warner play Al Cowlings, and he's looking at David Schwimmer, who's playing Robert Kardashian. They open up the
see, I didn't watch that. I
was engrossed.
I didn't watch.
I watched every episode like 4 times.
I should go back and watch.
They take the suit jacket, they open up, say, "Look, Juice didn't do it."
All right.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it is fascinating. And Peter, I'm waiting to see, man, if that letter exists. You know, it will come out at some point, I would assume. I just don't know. I wish I could predict it. We know what we need is a psychic. I know they consulted psychics.
I'm sure they did.
What did Miss Cleo say? She was big back then. Wasn't she just an actress from L.A. with a fake Jamaican accent?
She got busted for income tax evasion.
Yeah.
I think she died in jail, if I'm not mistaken.
well, that could
Didn't
be.
even see it coming, Billy.
Yeah. Peter, thank you for the time.
You
ahead.
bet.
And
You bet. You're welcome.
I think it's just fascinating
Yeah.
to me.
Hey, Pete, before you go, who the Bills taking? Are they trading up or what? What are they doing?
I think they're trading up. That's my prediction. They're going to trade up to get one of those top receivers. I don't think they're going to get Harrison, but I think they're going to trade up.
I like
I'd
Harrison.
love it. I don't think I have enough equity for it, but I think they're going to trade up. They have to. With a guy like Josh Allen, you got to have a wide receiver one that has potential to be number one right away.
Harrison would be great.
You got to find your Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Give me a mental.
I'd say Jerry Rice, but there is no Jerry Rice. But you got to find your Randy Moss.
Yep.
All right. Well, this will be very interesting, and we're working on putting some draft stuff together, and you'll be at the draft, correct?
I'll be there. I'll be there.
So
yes, sir.
Maybe we talked about the atmosphere and stuff, because I don't know that we'll be on after the pick till the next
No, we won't.
day. Is that Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday
Yeah,
night.
so maybe that Sunday we talk to you when you're back home or whatever.
Sounds good to me.
About all that. All right. Thank you, Peter.
All right, you got it.
See you later.
Thanks, man.
There goes Peter Montamurno. Great stuff. God, it's so interesting.
By the way, we tried to get Jeffrey Toobin on to talk on this show, this podcast. Jeffrey Toobin was the media guy who covered the trial, and he wrote a book. Oh
God, he was the one caught jerking off on CNN.
Yes,
yeah.
And he agreed to come on, and then we tried calling him, and he didn't answer the phone.
Wasn't it right before? Like it was during COVID or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try Tubin again. All right, we'll take a moment. Racin Randy in the house.
I haven't seen Randy
looking
since
lean and mean. He's got his big camera and everything. Look at Racin Randy. Racin Randy's going to be a TV star.
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah.
All that work we've done for him has paid off.
Always knew it. We will get to that next. But first, Leo's, the official bakery, deli, and cafe of Billified, is home of the best homemade cannolis in town, filled before your very eyes. Leo's has fresh mini cheese cannolis. They come in plain or with chocolate chips, perfect for your sweet tooth. Plus, Leo's full-size cannolis come with your choice of cheese, Bavarian cream, chocolate, and more. And while you're there, check out Leo's nightly dinner takeout specials, including the best Friday night fish fry in town. What's the best thing about Leo's? Everything. On Despatch Drive in East Rochester, open every day.
Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 96 in Victor. And online at victorcdjr.com.
The Connors and Ferris Law Firm focuses on workers' comp, Social Security disability, and personal injury. So if you find yourself hurt on the job, you need to call Connors and well, you probably should call an ambulance or a doctor first or something. But when it comes to legal matters, your first call should be to Connors and Ferris. And here's the great thing. It's a very easy number to remember, 262-COMP. Why do you call Connors and Ferris? Well, you call them because they understand the complexities of workers' compensation claims, dealing with insurance companies, dealing with the employers. But most importantly, they understand the legal system. You just want to be able to provide for your family. Connors and Ferris will advocate for your rights. They're going to strive to secure the benefits and compensation you deserve. But most importantly, you have peace of mind, knowing that you have a team by your side advocating for you and giving you the attention you deserve. Connors and Ferris, only a quick call away at 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Racin Randy in the house.
Yes, I am.
Kiss fan.
Yes, I am. Huge Kiss fan. I knew he was going to start with Kiss. He had to.
I did, but I needed to do I Love It Loud, and you know, you like loud pipes, you like loud music,
Right. Loud women, too.
really?
Oh, Tracy can get going, believe me.
Oh, gee. Yelling at you, or I got
thought it'd be Lick It Up,
I don't know.
Oh, Lick It Up. Don't get me started on that one.
No, we're what are we doing here, Randy? What's going on?
In a new expedition, all the presets are Lick It Up.
Randy also has Dave Reuter and Bro D in the house. Let me see if I can get the camera to pick up Brody. There we go. So you guys are here to talk about a TV show that you're working on. And I don't want to give, I don't know how much you can give away. I don't know what questions I could ask, not ask.
Well, you can ask, and we can tell you if we can tell you or not.
Right. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the TV show and where the idea came from?
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. It all started with the man right there, Dave Reuter.
So Reuter. Where are you from, Dave?
I'm from Rhode Island.
Okay.
But it started with the 585 race wars.
Remember
Okay.
that? Remember race wars? Remember the race wars that used to be up in
Brockport on the airport.
Yeah.
At the airport.
I was the vice president along with the whole crew of people.
Do you live here?
I live in Penfield. I lived here in Fairport for 4 years.
Okay.
After my divorce. I've been here 22 years.
Okay. What brought you to Rochester?
A wife,
A wife.
child.
A child.
My daughter is Kara. She's in Nazareth University, graduated from Penfield High School.
Very
last
nice.
year.
Nazareth is great. My
She
mom
wants
is
to be a nurse.
my mom is a Naz grad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a great, beautiful school.
It really is. I'll tell you what. Like I went to Fisher.
Yep.
That campus is very crowded now.
Yes.
Well, it looks good when you're in there, but it's very crowded. Naz, man, they spaced it out. It looks great.
And they remodeled a lot of it. Kara is very, very happy with the school. She loves the tunnels underneath that they don't have to walk
And
every day.
that they've been that way since the 60s when my mom went there. And
Shout out to her, though. She made the dean's list, so I'm very proud.
good.
Happy.
All right. Very good. Is
to the
that you?
race.
Is that you or your wife that gets credit for her dean's list?
She.
Definitely not him. Don't worry about that.
Hey, I is a carpenter.
So you, this is your idea?
Well, I can't say it's my idea, like, strictly.
Yeah.
A lot of people have come to put it together. Both of these guys have put in a tremendous amount of information. Everybody brings something different to the table. But basically, I have to give this guy right here the line out of it, how do I want to say it, the concept of it. Because, you know, he wants to be about
Wanted to be about the street racers back in the day and the families that they they come up with.
So when you say street racers back in the day,
Yeah, old school
history.
street racers. Go back to the old school, the way it used to be.
do you know the song "Rev on the Red Line"?
I do not.
That is
Okay.
by Lou Graham.
Lou Graham, and it talks Foreigner, yeah, but Lou
From
Graham,
here?
yeah, from
Who I
here,
did street race.
and did street race down on Lake Avenue. We'll play it in a second, but that's so you did street racing. What age did you start?
I started when I was 21.
21.
Started building cars when I was 19.
Yeah,
Got on the street roughly about 21. So I've been on the street probably about 32 years.
32 years of racing on the street, and so a lot of this stuff is like underground, right?
It is really underground.
Yeah.
It wasn't brought to Foresight for about last 6 years or so.
So how did you?
forefront.
Was there money you could make? Guys put up money and bet and all that stuff, right? All right.
Yeah, grudge racing.
There's
Yeah.
always money.
Shootouts, grudge racing.
Well, was there things like, hey, listen, we're having a race, $300 entry fee.
Yes.
Somebody walks out with the pot.
Back in the day, it was more like you're racing for pride.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit about money, which is fine.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was basically, I beat this guy, and now he wants to come back and beat
But
you.
it's such an underground thing that you traveled around the state.
I traveled around a lot.
Yeah.
Traveled around real
Last
lot.
few years, we've been going everywhere. We've been as far as Iowa to Florida, New York, the island, New York Street Outlaws. They're in the house. We love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and this guy goes everywhere. He goes with the Dirty Dollars all over the place. Shout out to the Tabers.
What are the Dirty Dollars?
Basically, another racing group that is pretty much joined with us.
So it's like a team?
They have their own team. So
Yeah.
to speak.
So you
They're-
got guys
they're
there
their
that
own
are
guys.
there to just work on the cars. Somebody's there to drive
They're
it.
the drivers.
They're the drivers.
We all here's the basis. We all work on our cars.
Okay.
We're not subletting them out to anybody.
Right.
So the street guys that we hang out with,
Yeah.
we all work on our own stuff.
Okay.
We got our friends helping us. We got our wives helping us. We got our sons helping us. The
Yeah.
family's all in there.
Okay.
So be it either on the computer or in the car, working with whatever we need to fix, we're all there.
What do you race?
I race a 69 Camaro they call Venom.
Yeah, Venom.
It's fairly known out there. Used to race a 57 Chevy back in the
What do you
day.
have in it? What's under the hood in that thing? You're not
gonna
allowed
tell
to
you.
say? You're not allowed to say?
Briggs and Stratton.
3.5 horse punched out to 4.
Yeah,
buddy.
you can't say. All right, that's all right.
People who know the car, they know what's on
Yeah.
it.
Now, do you don't drive these cars to the races? You pull them.
All depends. I'm
Okay.
driving mine. I've been known to drive my car 45 miles. It is what it is. It runs on the 85. I can get in and go. I don't have a radio, but I'm usually listening to the motor, so I don't need the radio.
Right.
But I can get in. It's got signal lights. It's
But if you were to
legal.
go to Long Island, let's say, do you tow it?
Well, I'm about 4 hours away from Long Island. So,
Yeah.
I'm
We
going
have
to tow
trailers.
it. I'm going to
Yeah.
tow it.
Yeah.
I'm going
Like
to tow
the
in my
street
enclosed.
cars.
Yeah, but if you come up here, because you're in the Albany area, right?
Yes, I'm in
Yeah.
the Albany area.
So if you come up here, trailer?
I trail it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would think so. Okay.
Now,
So
I
that
do
makes-
have another car that I could drive, AC, the whole 9 yards. It's on small tire, which they consider small tire 28-10-5 these days.
Okay.
I have another Black Mamba. They call it Black Mamba,
Yeah.
Grand National, 87 Grand National. I could drive it anywhere.
All right.
I could race it as well.
Okay.
So
How fast?
Hey,
What are the
you're asking
speeds
some
top out?
questions that
Well, I'm just
I
curious.
don't know if I want to put out there.
Well, I'm just saying. But you're right. Yeah, you don't want anybody to know your secrets.
You don't
That's
need
true.
to- You don't
Just
need
to
to
let
go
you
into
know.
depth with that.
just to let you know, though, he did race on TV against JJ the Boss's team.
Uh-huh.
He did race on that show. He was
What
on
was
live
the
TV.
show?
That one was JJ's arm drop, and we went to West Virginia
Okay.
and ended up racing down there a couple years back. It must have been about 4 or 5 years now, I think. A bunch of us from 518, we went down there along with a bunch of other people from different areas.
Yeah.
And, I stepped up to the plate, wanted to race JJ's wife. Ended up racing his wife's second or third race down. Had a little issue with my car, which never happens, but it is what it is. And learning experience, but it was all fun.
Yeah. And so now this TV show, who's going to be picking it up?
I grew up with a young lady named Tony D'Angelo. She's now married and a senior producer. Tony D'Antonio.
Okay.
Say that really fast.
Tony
D'Antonio.
D'Antonio. Where do and she has her own company?
Yes, she's a veteran producer. Her company and team are out in New York, Shake the Tree Production.
Okay.
They'll be promoting and pitching the show this May at the international world famous Cannes Film Market in France. For more information, she's got www.shakethetreeproductions.com.
Okay, so people could pay. So as of right now, there's no Discovery or anything at the moment.
This is actually our first time basically coming out to tell people.
To talk about it.
Yes, because a lot of people have been doubting, a lot of people, we just walk by it.
Yeah.
We're doing what we do.
Yeah.
We're keeping our mouth shut.
Yeah,
We
you
just
should
wanna
keep your mouth
going,
shut. Yeah,
you know?
I'm with you on that. You don't tell your ideas.
That's right.
Don't tell what's under the hood. No, but like so Brody and you guys, if somebody's listening and they want to be part of this, can they join your teams? Can they come with their own team?
Well, yes, because right now we got 22 confirmed teams in the so-called hat. Like they can reach out to Brody or I or Randy. They want to be part of this. This year, we're going to do 5 events. They're sanctioned roads. We have people that...
So when we talk street racing, it used to be underground.
Well, underground it still is. So
it is.
That's this late night street outlaw.
Yeah. That's the cool shit.
Yeah, that's the cool shit. And
then when you start going legit, now you got to shut down the road. You got to get but that's what you have to do if you're going to do a TV show.
I'm 59 years old. I'm not running from the cops. Sorry. These guys don't want to lose their rigs.
Bro, D, how many times have you had to run from the cops?
A lot. A lot. We've moved places all over the place.
Did you ever get caught?
I have not.
You have not gotten caught?
I've been doing this, like I said, over 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm 59.
Okay.
So basically, I got my cars. I keep my cars. I want to keep my cars. I've seen people get their cars towed.
Yeah.
You know, they get them back. Costs some money to get them back. You get a bunch of tickets, whatever.
So you've been doing this for 30 years. Could you imagine getting caught doing this as a black man? They would not be kind. I mean, I don't mean to. I mean, let's just say what it is, okay?
I'm with you because back in the day, Prohibition, 1930 is where the street racing started.
Yes,
so
when they were running the
moonshine,
booze. Yes, which then became NASCAR. But
I get it. And yes, I get it.
Right.
We try to do this thing that it don't matter what color you are. You know, it doesn't.
We don't
matter
see
here.
color.
We don't see color. We see cars.
Well, you don't.
Well,
I'm
true,
saying
true.
you
Other
don't.
folks
I'm
may.
saying if the cops caught you at an
Absolutely.
underground race,
Absolutely.
I'd
Depends
go.
on what neighborhood we're in.
Well, it's just that would just I go, oh my god. See that's good that you never got caught. But when you take it legit now, you've got what sounds like a fantastic production team. You've got the whole concept. But do you have to go to places to shut down roads and allow that to do legit?
Basically what we do is we hunt for the roads. We have the teams, each team, because this is going to travel into the next year because we have some networks that are interested in it.
Yes.
Our concept.
Yeah.
And then Tony's taking it to France. If she hits the France market, that's worldwide.
Sure.
But basically,
well, look, anything. I mean, even if you went streaming, like let's say a Hulu or Netflix picks that up.
We do have like the No Prep Outlaw Mafia.
Okay.
They are going to be our video, and then Dirty Dollars. They're all on YouTube.
Yeah.
So all of them guys. We have Pro Tree, Kenny Hensel.
So who has to do all the editing and stuff? Are you guys going to be executive producers and all that? Is Brody going to have to sit down and spend hours and hours in front of a screen going,
Absolutely not.
No?
Do you have your own director's chair? This is Bro D.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But basically, we're going to depend upon our team to help. And they're going to cut the film, edit the film. Tony is so talented, done so many shows.
Won Emmys.
Yeah,
Okay,
She has 1 Emmys.
She's got 2 members of her crew that are totally into street racing. We're excited to meet them. I did a video chat with them a few years ago with our ex, quote unquote, partners. But, you know, these people know what it's about, know where we're going.
Right.
But there's nothing like the adrenaline that you feel in a street race and going to a street race. And we're not going to have that anxiety of, 5-0, are they going to start? You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is about the history of it. This is about the past tense.
Yeah.
It's about the cars, the garages, the fans that follow the cars,
Sure.
mechanics that build the cars, that don't buy them, they build them.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get that gap where the street races are here and the cops are here and bring it together and meet in the middle with the politicians and talk about revenue. Let's get these
there you
towns.
go.
Let's get these towns
Yeah.
amped up. Let's get these towns getting people to come in there to see what's around their towns and see what they got.
Right. So the closest thing that I did was last summer down at Empire Drags.
Yes.
Jerry's
cool.
Yeah, Jerry is very cool, and so I not really big fan of. I like the road racing. I love watching like the Ferrari and those kind of races. You know, Watkins Glen. I went down for those, and some of the NASCAR stuff very cool. I like the road races over the ovals. I've been hanging around Randy, and he's brought me into his
He
world
goes
a little
left all the time.
bit. Yeah. So you've got all that, but
That's
then
where the winner circle is, by the way, when you go left.
Randy loves drag racing, and I went down, and it was cool to watch. But then I got invited to go down and drag race, get behind the wheel, and sit by and I go, you talk about adrenaline. The adrenaline, I was buzzing for the next day. Dude, that was the greatest. I hadn't done that, and I've driven the course and stuff, and you can get into a turn and coming in at 100 and out maybe at 80. You're not doing what the NASCAR guys are doing, 110, 120. This was a quarter mile, eighth mile. It was amazing. Amazing.
Well, back in the day, we all used to run quarter mile.
Yeah.
And that's when, like, eighth mile is when you actually got your planet, your butt in the seat, and you got the other eighth to go.
Yeah.
Now it's eighth mile. So basically, you have to be planted and ready to go from the get-go.
Yeah.
And not that everybody isn't, but we do safety first.
Yep.
Always.
That's one of the biggest things. Everybody's got to have their equipment.
And this
no
is
matter where you are.
Is this no prep?
Yes.
This is no prep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But when you say
I'm not a
equipment,
track-
when you say safety,
I'm sorry. Yep.
go ahead. Tell me what that is.
When I say
Helmet,
safety, we got helmets, we got seat belts, we got
fire suits.
most of us wear our
Yeah,
suits.
yeah.
Most of the guys
Depends
do have
on
their
what
suits
month
on.
it is. You don't want to wear it in August and June.
No, you don't. But I mean, God forbid.
Well,
get
still
it lighter.
you want to have it on. You want to
Yeah.
have all your safety
Yeah.
equipment on. We try to make sure that everybody's seat belts are not so much as being like at a track where they got to be in certification within a certain number of years. But we know they're the right seat belts to be in the car.
Right.
Some of us got cages. Some
Roll
of us
cage,
don't.
yeah.
That's a safety issue.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the crews, everybody's crews know what to do when something happens.
Can you do your own fabrication?
I also
Do you
absolutely
so you do your own fab on a roll cage?
absolutely can.
Really?
I don't weld my own roll cage.
Oh, you don't?
I do not. I have a gentleman that helps me
Yeah,
do that.
sure.
And that's, a talent in itself.
Yes, it
I
is.
do a lot of other stuff to the car.
Yeah, well-
just about everything else.
Yeah.
But basically, I have no qualms with any of our friends helping us because that's what we're here for. We help them, they help us.
Yeah.
And we all get the cars together, and once we get them together, we go out and test them. We test, occasionally with 2 or 3 people, 2 or 3 cars,
Yeah.
and then we go back to our everyday life, which is, wherever working, you got to go to
Right.
the next day.
What do you do for a gig?
Well, not unfortunately, for 31 years.
Been paying for all this? What are you
Listen,
talking
you
about?
ain't kidding. For 31 years, I was an insurance adjuster. I just retired.
You were an insurance
I was
adjuster?
an insurance adjuster.
Well,
yes,
okay.
sir.
I don't know what an insurance adjuster does.
Well, basically, I was an auto insurance adjuster. So,
So,
basically,
right.
I would look at all the wrecks that somebody got in an accident.
Yeah,
be
and
a
you
fender
could tell.
bender. Oh, yeah.
You knew.
I've been doing body work since I was in high school. So,
Yeah.
I knew a fender from a quarter
I got to
panel.
tell you, Bondo is a great thing to use, not just
Listen,
on cars.
sculpture?
I used it on the back. I had cedar shakes on the house,
Mm-hmm.
and I got all cracked and everything.
I'm a carpenter. We do it.
I put Bondo in there, sanded it down, and painted it. You couldn't tell. It was like it looked brand new.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Just like joint compound with drywall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't tell you that some of them parts, some crash cars, hey, that might fit my race car. Yeah, let's get that replaced. I need that part.
Those turbos would not go into my race car. But it's all good.
Yeah. So how long you been chasing this to make it a TV show?
So it's been 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
I've been out there chasing probably for about 6 years.
Yeah,
I've been all over. I talked to a bunch of people that they know me very well. People out west, people out in California, whatever.
Yeah.
But geologically, where we are,
Yeah.
we have a disadvantage of
Weather.
Yes.
weather.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
So unless you're willing to travel 4 days,
Yeah.
you can't go race every day.
No.
So we're trying to bring it to the forefront where up here, okay, we got a little bit of snow, we got a little bit of rain, but we do still street race.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been out there trying to put across to people, that upstate New York does have street racers for real.
So this is great. You've got the production team behind you that's going to pitch your show and stuff. You've got people to film it and things. But these guys all make fun of me on the podcast because I say the barrier to entry on this shit is done. You don't have to, you can do it yourself. I mean, I was talking to some TV producers about other things, and they said to me, look, we're visual thinkers. Don't just send us a pilot idea or script. Shoot it. And, you know, that's sort of what you guys are doing.
That's what the pilot's going to do.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, and it's great because it's hard, right? You know cars. Do you know how to film the shit?
Absolutely
no, you
not.
don't.
Correct.
So that's where, you know, you find the people. But I think this would be a really, I think it'd be a really cool thing.
We
I got a
literally been
sponsor.
filming.
You want to be in? We'll
Yeah.
take you.
Yeah, we'll take you.
We
Take
live-
both of you.
No, we literally
And-
been filming for about 2 years.
Already.
Yeah.
We gave you the shirts. This is Moto Option Apparel.
Yeah.
They're on board. They do all my apparel.
Okay.
Moto Option's great. I want you
I
guys to
love
wear
this.
the shirts.
I love his accent because
Yeah.
I couldn't tell that it was Rhode Island. I thought it was like downstate.
I'll tell you right
somewhere.
now, the first time I met him, was at Race Wars, him and his ex-partner. I find his ex-partner was kind of iffy with me. All of a sudden, somebody calls, who's Wade talking to? And he said, well, it's Racin Randy. Man, did he make a beeline to me, find me right quick as he could find me? And we've been talking to him ever since.
Yeah.
We both are at South Butler. Shout out to the guys out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, South Butler's a great track. You got to come out there and see.
Right.
us
It
there.
is. I have not been out there.
Yeah,
and
Danny,
We
you've been
want
there. You
you.
did
Yeah.
the actual first national anthem for us.
Yeah.
A little pitchy, but it was okay.
Yeah.
You sang it?
I sang the anthem.
sang
Hey,
it?
dog.
The anthem's hard to sing.
Yes, it is.
It really is. You got to start low.
Oh.
He was down on his knees, believe me, tell you right now. Just see him try to get up off the ground. That was fun. I had to pick him up. Come on, Danny. Come on.
Well, I think this is exciting stuff. I think it's very cool. I see the 518. 518 is down. That Pine
That is
Plains.
an-
So this is how Appalachia, where I grew up, was. Pine Plains was a different area code.
Correct.
12 miles away, where I grew up, was 914, and I had to call long distance. So my parents were getting so pissed, like you call your buddies or whatever. So they finally put in, because there were no cell phones in the 80s. They put in they had a Call Home America plan. So we had an 800 number that you could call home, which was great because when I went to college up here, I would call home and prank my little brother when I knew my parents were home alone. I'd be like, I can see you. I used to call and do that to the poor kid. But that was, how fucking weird is it? 12 miles away was a different area code. It's like, come on. But that was the 518 area code there.
And that's, I mean, it's just the same way down to 845. You know, you're not too
Yeah,
far away.
845 is now where
Yep.
they changed. That's,
That's
where my mom's in Rhinebeck.
Rhinebeck.
Yeah, so that's
Poughkeepsie,
845.
Beaumont,
Yeah,
Rhinebeck area.
yeah. So that's the deal.
Not too far away.
No. And is there racing that happens there? Is there any racing that happens? Like Pine Plains, I'll tell you what, dude. There were roads. My buddy had we used to call it the Brown Bomber. It was a 98 Olds that his dad was a mechanic. We used to take that thing. Huh?
That's heavy.
It was heavy.
Yeah,
it was a
all
big,
steel.
big, heavy old car. We would take that out and get it up to about 110, 115 every day before school on the flats because there were the flats, and we would fucking fly. But these roads were like cart paths down there. They're not. I swear to God, have you been down into that part?
I've been down that way.
Yeah, it's like they're cart paths. Some of these roads, and we would be doing 110, 120 miles an hour down these roads.
Try that right now.
That's that's the kind of shit that I want to see on the show in that kind of area where because I think the law is the trees are supposed to be 15 feet from the road.
Correct.
They ain't.
No,
They ain't. I believe me. I remember when I was a kid, I loved driving fast. So I worked over in Kingston.
Yeah.
I'm coming home, and there was a girl that was a neighbor, and she worked there too. She got on the Taconic State Parkway, and I went the back roads. I was in her driveway leaning against my car
By the time she got
by
there.
the time she got there because I was doing like down these cart paths. I had to be doing 75 top speed 75 coming. I mean that in a little Chevy. Like there's no way. And I loved it. Loved every minute of it. How I survived, I don't know.
Now, woodchucker.
It was awesome. It was awesome. But
Well, that's the thing. These street races, you're only on a 2-lane road.
yeah, well,
So
those are
one
two.
car
Yeah,
on one side,
you
one
got
car
it.
on the other.
Yeah, you got to be able to hold that shit too.
100%.
Because-
You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
And we
if
do
it
it.
decides to get loose, you just get out of it.
Yeah.
You don't
live,
keep
live the
going.
race another day. That's what we can.
Yeah.
say.
Safety all the way.
Right, and I always thought too that was when I learned early on, don't lock up the brakes. Take your foot off the
No.
accelerator.
Let it
Let
come.
that shit just come down.
Absolutely.
Because when you're going straight, we had dirt roads. So third grade. My brother's in third grade. I'm 8 years older than him. I pick him up from school on these dirt roads, and I'm flying, and I lose it. And the coal car does like a fishtail, spins around. It was fucking awesome. He writes in his little school journal, my older brother drives like we're in the Dukes of Hazzard. That teacher called my parents. Yeah, and complained. And not complained, just said, hey, I think you need to know, blah, blah, blah. It's safety. I can't read. Yeah. So that lady, that teacher, and my mom were good friends for a long time. She just died, and my brother called me and goes, hey, did you forgive her finally for telling on you so many years ago?
I bet his father wanted to know why the door was worn out and through the window because he was climbing through the window instead of climbing
God.
the door. I'm sure he was
My
doing
old
that.
man had the Pontiac Fiero. Like,
Oh, my God.
just the shittiest.
That's the wedge, right?
How the hell did you get in that thing?
What do you mean?
It's a little tall.
Well, my dad was taller than me. He was 6'2". I'm 6'1".
What do you do, pop out through the
I don't know. So I had that car coming from Kingston. I'm flying. I have the Rolling Stones cranked. I'm flying, and I see them light me up. I was flying. I'm going 85 or something. And I so badly at the time wanted to just throw my 50 cents at the toll bridge basket and just go right across the Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge, but I didn't. I pulled over, and I got the ticket. And that was that. But I love driving. So all this stuff really does like appeal to me, and I hope this show goes huge for you guys.
Well, we got a show coming up this month, the end of the month. It's April 27th. We're not saying where it's going to be. We are not letting public in. This is going to be for the pilot, filming.
Yeah.
And we're going to let we can't say where it is, but a shout out to the people that are helping us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because there's got to be a lot of permits and
We
things you have
have
to
a
go.
local thing coming.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We have something local here.
Okay.
Close.
Yeah.
But we can't say. We do have a board of directors meeting with one of the towns.
Yeah.
And it'll be the 18th. Then we'll find out. We'll know, are they going to accept it for the 27th? Or are we going to be pushed back in a couple months and have one of our other events here? But the whole town, love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you know
Fire
who you are.
department, Yes.
Okay.
Believe
Fire
me.
chief, dog catcher,
Believe me,
town coordinator. We love you.
Let me
Guy
tell
who
you
cuts
something.
the
We
grass,
went,
it's
we
all
went to
good.
go talk to some people, and they heard about it. Oh, yeah, we heard about that. We heard about this. So they were like, oh, yeah, this is going to be awesome, you know.
Well, I think it's great. It kind of puts a rural town.
you
Is
go.
that fair to
Yes,
say?
on
It
the
puts
map.
them on a map. I love that.
Gotta ask
And
this-
I love the rural aspect of it. Having
absolutely.
grown up in that. I love it.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask this question: do you have the girl coming out to start every race with a flag?
No.
That was race wars. We are not dealing with models. We do not want drama. We don't want no
What are you talking about,
bullshit.
drama?
We don't want drama.
These broads don't have drama.
No bouffant hair,
Yeah,
no bikinis,
no,
no none
no.
of that.
Just how about a guy's wife? Just go, no, honey. go out
No,
there.
no.
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 We got a lady that we can let flag. She's about this big, and she's a dog catcher.
All right, we'll take a moment and we'll let Randy talk about some local racing, little NASCAR, and then maybe we give Randy and the fellas a little quiz.
All right, cool.
All right, and then
All right.
we'll wrap it up for the day. But this is a lot of fun. But first, Red, White, and Brew. It's a place you need to know about. It's a tap and tasting room right in downtown Rochester. And it's a tap and tasting room that focuses on New York State. So you get New York State wineries, breweries, distilleries. So let's say you want to go this summer to the Finger Lakes and you want to try some wines, maybe do a wine tour. But what lake do you choose and what side of the lake do you go on and all that stuff? Why don't you go and do a little homework at Red, White, and Brew? Order up a flight of wines from each different region. They're fantastic. You're going to love it there. Great charcuterie board, great for a date night, 147 State Street and online at Red, White, and Brew Rock. That's redwhiteandbrewroc.com.
Check out Jimmy Z's on all major platforms at Plates and Shakes.
Mac of all trades, because you got a lot of other things to do than work around your house. And you're maybe not that skilled. Mac, they got the skills. They got the know-how. They can fix that molding. They can repair the drywall, the leaky sink. They can do a full kitchen or bath remodel. You know what else? They can do outdoor stuff. Yeah, we're starting to think about outside, right? Maybe you want a bigger patio. Maybe you'd like your deck renovated. You can have all that done by Mac. Just give them a call at 585-202-9218. Whatever you're really thinking about, whether inside or outside, Mac can bring it to life, right? Your ideas brought to life thanks to Mac of All Trades. See what they do online at macofalltrades.net. And when you're ready, give them a call at 585-202-9218. Look, you got a lot of things to do. You don't have time to try to build a whole new deck. That's why you call Mac. 585-202-9218 and online at macofalltrades.net. This is a song, Rev on the Red Line. Here you go. There you go. So Lou Graham. Now Lou has a lot of classic cars, and he has them somewhere in the city. He won't say where. I always wanted to get a tour of his cars and stuff. He's more muscle car guy.
Absolutely.
And then I think he would buy them, like he had one trailered in a couple of years ago from California. You know, no rust, and I don't think he races anymore. I don't know what he's doing with them, but
he has been to South Butler.
Yeah,
He has been.
He has been out a couple times.
Lou sounds like a guy right after my heart because I've got a few classics myself.
Now, do you know this song at all?
I do not.
You do not?
Oh my God! Not know
Now,
this
hang
song?
on. Now, do you ever listen to rock? Because I was on Pix 106 for a while.
Well, listen,
in Albany.
I know you were on Pix 106 for a while.
Capital.
I myself don't really listen to rock that much, but
Yeah.
my wife does.
Okay.
So I've heard your show before.
Yeah, I would do weekends and things. So I was around the country, but I knew Pix. And the only reason Pix was a big deal to me was I was aware of it growing up in Pine Plains. So I mostly listened out of Poughkeepsie, but once in a while you could get the Albany stations in.
Gotcha.
And they had Mason and Sheehan as a morning show many years
Absolutely.
ago.
We're
I used to
going
love
back a ways.
Yeah,
Going back a ways, we're showing our age.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens. So Racin Randy, our camera got a little. Danny kicked it because he had to go to the bathroom. That's all right, Danny. It's fine.
Danny, quit kicking stuff.
I apologize.
So Randy, what's happening in terms of, first of all, you're going to be the guy doing all the commentary on this?
On TV, I'll be the TV guy.
You'll be the
That's gonna
TV
me.
guy.
Yep, I'll be one interviewing. Like I say, we're going to interview people and stuff, and calling the races, and I mean, Brody's wife's involved. My wife Tracy's involved.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Good one.
Now, fellas, this used to be something you did to get away from the wives and the ladies. No. What do you mean, no? What are you talking about? No. Yes, I get it. I do. I understand.
Listen, I've got my grandkids involved right now. So
You ain't old enough to have grandkids. Come
I
on.
wish I wasn't. But no, my grandkids are a blessing.
Yeah,
so
but
I got
they're
one
all
boy,
beautiful.
one girl, and it's all good.
I got 10
they're all car
grandkids and
people.
11th one coming.
Really?
Yeah, Bree's pregnant
He's
again.
old.
Man.
So I've got 11 grandkids.
Moses.
I need to make some money this show. Please, sponsors, please help us.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to bring Walker and Texas Ranger in here today.
That's his kids. So, Randy, talk to me about. So, you're going to be the guy doing the interviews and stuff.
Yes.
You've been known as Racin Randy. How many years has he been?
2008.
March of 08.
March of 08. So, we just had the anniversary.
16 years.
16 years of being Racin Randy as we knew it.
And loving every minute
Yes.
of it.
So, what's happening in the local race scene then?
Well, local racing is going to be interesting this year, especially at Land of Legends. Paul does a great show.
Paul
out there.
does a great job.
If you want to go to a dirt track, please go to Land of Legends. Go check out what Paul Cole has done since he's taken
It's
over.
a very different animal in racing than
yes,
I
it
was
is.
aware of. Yeah.
And you've got, Justin Harris, who's been 3-time champion in a row.
Yeah.
You got Peter, our friend Peter from Australia.
Yes, I like Peter.
Peter Britton, he's recovering. He had hurt his finger last year, so I kind of heard him last year racing.
Was he giving it to somebody and they broke it
I
off?
don't know what happened.
As he
Probably when
passed
he's
him.
passing him. But I'll tell you right now, the thing about Peter,
Yeah.
and I hate it when it happens. Like something, he'll get a flat tire,
Yeah.
he'll start last, and there'll be 10 laps left in the feature.
And then
He'll
he's
start
right-
dead
he's right
last.
up there.
He's up there in the top 3.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he is high, wide, and handsome when he's on it run. Let me tell you.
High, wide, and handsome.
When he's on that run.
Look at that.
I mean, he is amazing. And now you got Matt Williamson, who's been winning some big money races out of Canada. Younger
Okay.
guy. He is phenomenal. Got to meet him last year. Never had talked to him before. There's Matt Shepard, who's been the dirt king around here forever. Great driver. Works on his own cars. He's the master. But Matt Williamson's coming from Canada. We'll be at Land of Legends now every week because Orange County's not running every weekend anymore.
Okay.
He's young. He's fast. I got a chance to meet him, me and my grandson last year. because we have the 50th anniversary flag from Dirt Week, and we got Matt Shepard to sign it.
Talk right in that mic.
And he was okay with it when he signed it.
How you going to do interviews if you walk away from the microphone?
I have this one like this. Like,
Well,
talk to me.
yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Or a little
But,
lavalier mic be nice, right? That way, that'll pick you up.
But Matt was really cool. He was on top of his trailer. Somebody said, hey, Matt, they got a flag for you.
Yeah.
He came down. He sat there, spent time with us. Like,
That's awesome.
Never met him before, so it's really cool. You got Mike Welch, who's a 10-time, 11-time track champion, and the little, I call them late models, what it look like now, the cars. And the talent that's in the sportsman. Of course, your name will be on Timmy Borden's car. Bill Fye's going to be on your car.
That's awesome.
He's got a sticker being made. It's going on.
Okay.
And I'm on his car.
Did I send you that logo? I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
And he's getting a sticker made. And you got Nick Cooper, who's a sportsman who won his first 2 races, sportsman last year.
Awesome.
For years, been trying. So, and it's you think of all those guys that race there for years. Alan Johnson, I feel so bad for that man. Was been my hero driving dirt modified since I heard the name. My first time I ever watched him drive. He won a race for 47 years. He won at least one race last year. He just didn't get a race last year.
No.
Well, last year for
Did not win any.
But I tell you right now, I'm going to lie, right, Alan, if I get it wrong, don't yell at me. I think he's like 62 or 63. Still got the touch, and he's my favorite driver. And I wish Stevie Payne, who races at Outlaw, would come back to Canada with this man. He's damn fast.
Let me ask Bro D, because he says, Randy brings up a guy who's, 62 or 63, hasn't lost a touch. You mentioned at the top that you're 59 years old.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. I haven't lost a touch either. That's my wife.
Who does he look like, Danny?
Stop.
Who does he look like?
Men in Black.
Yeah, who does he look like?
Will Smith?
No, not Will Smith.
He's white. No, I thought
he's white.
Well, yeah, I know. He looks like Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
No, I mean, it was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, where are you going with this?
He looks like Tommy Lee Jones. He looks like the fugitive.
Yeah.
He looks like you do. Did you ever sign autographs? You should just go to L.A. and walk around.
You know what I did?
Son of a bitch, you should do it.
People ask me, and I say, look, I'm this stunt guy.
Yeah, sure.
He's my uncle.
Yeah, okay.
So,
all right.
You want to come back to my house, we'll see, as long as you're sweet and good-looking girl.
But Brody look, we watched Tiger Woods the other day at PGA. Shot the worst ever. What was he, 17 over?
Yeah. That's his worst. Yeah, that's his worst performance ever in a 72-hole tournament.
I would say for Tiger, I have said that Hyundai should take that Genesis and put it everywhere because he walked away from an accident that he could have
100%.
He should have been dead, or at least had his leg amputated. The fact that he's out there playing is a miracle in and of itself.
Absolutely.
So, but we've seen, I would say injury more than age, but even age brings things down. As a driver, do you see some of your skills go? Are you not as quick? I mean, I don't know.
My nerves are always just like I'm a race the first time every time.
Yeah.
I never get too
high or
comfortable in the car. I'm always alert. I'm always, all right, this got to go down.
Yeah.
But I'm 59.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't keep up with me.
Well, is there wisdom that you think that goes? Like, things a little quicker? You've got some things you've picked up over the years?
Well, a lot of things you pick up over the years. But as far as, things that you forget.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike. I'm back in the wheel. The car is either a little faster or it isn't. Hopefully I, pull the chute when it comes time to pull the chute if I need to. Yeah. And my
So you got a chute in your car?
Absolutely. Safety first.
Oh, some of them cars are pretty damn fast, buddy. I mean, tell you, they're fast.
No shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, think about it. You talk about age. John Force.
Yeah,
but I won his 156th race and he's 74 years old.
Right. Okay, I didn't know
that. And a funny
that.
car at 11,000.
Yeah, but the funny cars and stuff those are crazy. Like, those these nitro cars, that kind of stuff. I mean, that's nuts. This is just street car, but I didn't know the street cars had chutes in them.
Chutes. We put chutes on most of the cars. Like I said, safety first.
Well, sure. You don't know if you got to come down on a road, on a street. Right, yeah.
You're on a public street. You want to be able to stop.
What is it like when the chute comes out? I've never been in a car to feel that.
Basically, like you got a small headache because it's going to pull you.
Yeah, right. You're
first,
right.
So it's almost like you got going up in a plane.
Okay.
You got like a little brain fart. Yeah. But other than that, you're ready for it, and you continue doing what you got to do.
Wow.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
It is fun.
That I know that driving that speed and that short a distance is a hell of a lot of fun. I also know that Dave Reuter, or AKA Tommy Lee Jones, is are you a kickboxer for real?
Yeah, I did it a long time ago because I'm 59. It was in Warwick Kickboxing Academy with Donnie Rodriguez. Shout out Sensei. But yeah, we don't talk about that.
You don't?
I'm old. I'm done.
No, but did you really do kickbox tournaments and stuff?
No tournaments.
No.
It was AKA.
Okay.
It wasn't like now the cage
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I'm an old man now.
Yeah.
I'd rather just carry a gun.
Yeah, it's easier.
But you look like he's still kicking ass.
I try to be mellow. This guy's keeping me under wraps. There's a few things out there I'd like to tell people, but he's trying to make me stay. You know?
Yeah, I got the impression that it's a hair trigger with you, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that. I can see it.
I grab him by the hair all the time.
I don't have much left, bro. Stop that shit.
But did you do it as in events?
Well,
or was this underground as well?
Oh, no, this was out there. This was sanctioned. Long time ago, we came up and kicked New York Kickboxing Academy's ass.
Yeah.
Dana Paquette, Russell Wilson, all you boys. What's up? So,
wow. Okay.
He was a champion.
Do you still work out?
Ray Russo.
You don't do any of the?
I do push-ups and stuff.
Yeah, but no kickboxing workout. I'm not saying competing.
I have a bag. I've had all new boxing fractures, pins through my arms, hitting the bags all my life.
Yeah.
Stay away from it now. But they were going to have a little boxing thing up here, but it never happened.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if that happened, and we would have played part of that, but
I got you.
Just to see how fast people's hands.
So you like all the adrenaline stuff, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're an adrenaline junkie.
Yes.
What else have you done? Kickboxing, street racing. Did you ever jump out of planes?
No.
No. Okay.
Why?
No, I didn't know.
Why do you want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Well, I didn't know if you were maybe had military experience behind you or anything.
No, just grew up in the streets, brought up in group homes. You know.
Got it. Okay.
That's where my accent comes from.
Yes,
Did a lot of time in Brooklyn growing up. And
got it.
Shout out to them.
Got
boys.
it. What was the group home stuff? Can you talk about
it? It was shit life at home.
Yeah.
I was high strung.
Sure.
They couldn't handle me. They said I had a high IQ. They sent me away.
Yeah.
Brody, high strung?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
So,
sorry, folks.
Was there a lot of fights and stuff as a kid?
I grew up with 3 other brothers. Yeah, there was fights every day.
Yeah. But I mean, when you were in group homes and things, fights?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But, growing up in group homes and stuff, you learn about everybody has a story.
Yeah, sure.
And there's a lot of shitty stories
Yeah,
out there.
there is, right.
And for the kids out there that
So
are
how
getting
hard
abused,
did you work to keep the daughter that's at NAS?
Oh, my God. She's
You probably,
a blessing.
but you probably went all above and beyond to make sure that whatever you went through, she didn't have.
Well, Janice, my ex-wife, kept my kid level, but my kid, she's a blessing to me, and she just, more like her mother than me, but she's a spitting image of me.
Yeah.
This is my daughter.
She's not the spitting image of you. She's beautiful. You're an ugly fuck. Look at you.
Hey, stop.
She ain't Tommy Lee Jones with a wig.
No, she is not. No, she is not. She is not. She is not Tommy Lee Jones with a wig.
Dan.
That's the thing. What is wrong with you?
Dan, do I have to pull it up close?
She's the spitting image of you. What are you talking about? Well, that's great. I mean, I think that's pretty impressive. Hey, look, everybody's got something, but I think when you have an experience like you have, you can channel that in the right way. You go far.
Well, I can
You got a good motor, right?
Yeah, I do, but it's like you have a good heart after being through so much stuff, and you give your heart to people, and you expect that heart to be given back.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But then it doesn't work.
No, well, but the hardest part is that when you start to depend on other people for your happiness, they let you down every time.
Oh my God,
you just can't, and it's just a human thing. And I get it. Yeah, I could see you being a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve and probably always looking at some point, especially as a younger guy, for acceptance and shit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you want back what you give.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
These guys give back.
They do.
That's right.
They've showed me true.
Yeah, we do.
So Randy,
friendship.
when did you meet him? When did you meet Dave?
That was back when Race Wars was back, 2-3 years ago?
So only about 2-3 years. Yeah. I mean, Randy to me is like salt of the earth,
awesome.
right? Isn't that the saying? Salt of the earth. I huge fan.
Solid.
I used to love when Randy would show up at my house stand in my kitchen. And he would just talk about things that were stressing him out. And he used to say, my blood pressure, bing! My blood pressure, bing! And he did that about 10 times in the kitchen once. I was laughing my ass off.
His whole family, great.
They are wonderful. Yes.
His whole family, great.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. This is a racing.
We got the racing family, but we also have our immediate families. So most of the racing.
So
guys
this will kind of be a show to show you behind the scenes as well. So not just the racing, but how you're teaching everybody about the cars. And we ever get to see, let's say, maybe your kids or your grandkids? I don't know how old your grandkids
Absolutely.
are. But in the car? Racing at all?
Not in the car.
Nobody
Absolutely
races.
Not.
Yeah.
His son,
my son,
XJ, is an amazing person, has his kids, but he's like the boss of the car. Nobody touches it.
I got you. But does your son race?
My son does not race, but he wants to race.
Yes.
And we have something for him that's coming up.
But so would you ever have allowed him to do street racing?
Oh, absolutely.
As a kid, you would have.
I'm all about the cars. We're all about the cars. My son's about the cars.
Yeah.
Tell him XJ's age.
But
He's not
XJ's 32.
Yeah. When he was growing up, did he do street racing at all?
No, absolutely. He was there with me.
Yeah.
XJ, don't kill him for that.
He was learning, with what I do.
Yeah.
And he's with my car every time we go out.
Yeah.
He's my number one crew guy.
Yeah. Right.
So
Gotcha.
Basically,
has he ever been behind the wheel in a race?
Yeah. No. He maybe pulled my car out of the garage maybe once or twice, but other than that monster's mine. He wants my 57, which I have for 30 some odd years.
Yeah.
But that'll be his when I go up to see the Lord. But
Gotcha.
other than that, he's not getting behind the wheel.
No. Has he ever wanted to buy his own and do it?
Oh, I say we have something coming from.
Yeah.
He's already purchased something.
Good.
So
That's good. That's awesome.
We'll keep it going. And his son is the same way. He knows cars better than probably all of us.
Really?
He knows every car out there.
Yeah.
And he's only 12.
What's the average age of the cars in these street races?
I was just going to ask that.
Well, right now a lot of people have what they call the Mustang, the Fox bodies. 89, 90s, whatever they may be.
Easier to work on.
Easier to work on, and nothing against those cars. They're lightweight. That's what everybody runs, and it is what it is. I'm a muscle type guy. I've got like a 69. I got a 57. The heavier metal stuff.
Yep.
All my cars are 69s except for the 157 and the Grand National 87. But most of my other guys, they all have like Chevelles. They have Chevelles. They have Camaros, all in the 70 ranges. So it all ranges differently. Everybody likes what they like.
Yeah.
So
well, Randy, as a mechanic by trade, I feel like the cars today, like they kind of design the car and then tell the engineers this is the space you have for the engine. Like everything's built before, and then by the way, you got just this little space. Figure out how to stack that engine in there. And I don't know that anybody work on cars outside of certified mechanics these days on modern cars. As Brody's talking about, the muscle, you can get to that stuff. You can find the oil pan. You can get, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's much easier to get to. Now we've complicated the shit.
I'm telling you right now, I've seen some of the stuff, and I've seen what everybody makes from different things. And I open the hood and I go, God damn, where the hell they put that thing now?
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's actual times I have to go look for an oil filter. Where the hell they put that?
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do some things. Don't get me wrong. You can change air filters. You can change the
brakes,
filter.
probably,
You can do brakes, But like now some of the new brakes, now they have electronic rear parking brakes. And if you don't turn them off and you go push that piston, then you don't know you got to do it. You break that piston and that caliper. Now you're spending $500, $600, $700 for calipers that you didn't know you had to do. So you've got to have some kind of little bit of knowledge to know what you're doing. I mean, spark plugs you can still change, but there's a few cars out there. The spark plugs, we've had problems. You go to take them off, and they won't come off. So then you snap. You look down, there's the rest of the spark plug, and there's part of it in your socket. But let's say Ford, I tell you right now, Ford's going to hate me for this. I don't care what the hell they got to say. Ford tells you these 100,000-mile spark plugs. Screw that. 60,000, get them out.
Get them out.
Get them out. I mean, you can get them out. I've seen them come out at 100,000. But the problem is, if it takes you 5-6 years, even though they seal them up as good as they can, stuff can still get down in there. You still got combustion chamber stuff coming up through.
Right.
And I've seen them break off, and that's nothing you ever want to do is to go, And as soon as you feel that, your first thing you do is your nuts sink farther than they've ever gone before. So, but I mean, being a tech for almost 44 years now, it's been, You know, people tell me the things I've seen change. I mean, you tell me you could talk on a phone, have a computer in your car, and do all this. I'd have laughed at your 10-speed transmissions.
Right.
Why do we need 10-speed transmissions? I have no goddamn fucking idea. Okay. But we don't need them. Right. 6 speeds was enough.
Yeah. What about the idea of going electric? How do you feel about that?
No yeah, just what I want to do is sit at watch Glenn's and go like this.
Wait, what do you mean no way?
We don't want electric.
No. I've driven some of those cars.
Yeah, well, I've driven them too. They're
quick.
Very quiet. They're quick. But the thing is,
I'm not a fan.
I like brum brum.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to hear the muscle.
Yeah.
Right, but now you can. The Ford F-150, the Lightning, they've got a thing where you can turn the thing on and make noise.
So
it makes noise.
Fake noise.
I saw something on HBO where Robert Downey Jr. had one of his trucks turned into electric, but he wanted that throaty sound. So they really worked. The engineers worked hard to recreate that, but I don't.
They have the monitors in the back, and you have a little computer chip up front. You can make it sound with what you want. No, that ain't gonna. And $20,000 for friggin' battery.
Yeah.
Yes. And things catch on fire. They can't put them out. You got to fucking bury them in the ground. So what good is that?
Burn.
Well, you've heard about that, like the hybrids. There was a story that came through. I saw a girl had bought a 2016 used Escape hybrid. Mm-hmm. She bought it. She paid, I can't remember, she got a loan for it and all that. She had it 6 months. The battery went bad. The battery's $27,000 with labor. She only paid $14,000 for the truck.
Right.
You know?
It's brutal. They got to figure that stuff out. But, I mean, I get the idea of trying to do something you think is better for the planet, but I'm not convinced this is. I'm just not. I don't think the batteries are good. I don't think.
I just saw something came out the other day. Ford's releasing like 166,000 F-150s finally they've had.
Yeah.
That they fixed, did all kinds of things to them before they even released them off the Ford assembly line. And they also got a bunch of electric ones that they finally fixed too, and they're going to send them out now. So the market, you're going to see 170,000 trucks come out. The Ford's had held. At these places to get them fixed up and do different things to them to make sure they're going to be right before they release them to the thing. So
if we go battery, I'd rather go George Jetson style as opposed to these stupid non-nose cars. Yeah. We like the noise.
He needs to be the announcer for your show.
No.
That unique voice could be. What's the name of it? Is there a title for it, or can you give that out?
Absolutely.
What is the title?
Let it rip, Davey.
What's the title, Dave?
Title what? You want our LLC or do you want our...
What the show would be called?
American Street Racing, no prep.
Okay, so I want you to go, now, American Street...
Now, American Street Racing, no prep, with Racin Randy on the mic.
This is phenomenal.
Bro D behind the wheel.
Good. Thanks, Dave. Just took my job. Thanks.
No, I don't want your job.
He just said he's just the announcer.
Yeah,
then you go and you do the stuff, and then he does his thing.
Yeah, he does good.
I'm all set standing on the line with the camera and making sure that Brody's not beating nobody up. No, just I got to keep Randy, in line so Tracy don't whoop his ass.
That's true. That is true. Anything else, fellas, that we missed?
Yes. South Butler.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did that. We just did some more paving. Redid the tower out there. We're going to do a little more paving the rest of the year. We spent another $40,000 into the racetrack. Thank you, everybody that came out and helped pitched in, all the sponsors that helped us with that last year. Track's phenomenal. Got a car show coming there May 19th. And then, as you know, we run the last Sundays in June, July, August, September. If you come out there, you can ask Dave. It's
Dick Wells, Don,
Dick Wells,
Debbie,
Don LeFever, Debbie LeFever.
Oh, my
Lynn
God.
Schichter,
Family.
Mike Schichter.
The place is so great. There's just, the kids are walking around. There's so much fun. It's only a 10th mile. You end up in the corn, but that's the place to be.
But you got one thing we do that nobody else does, and I have a sponsor. He gives me Hot Wheels, Johnny Lightning, cars like that. We hand them out every race. I think last year we handed out almost 1,500 Hot Wheels. We handed out last year to kids.
All right.
And they were given me from a sponsor. A couple sponsors given to me.
That's nice.
So it's something cool. Of course, I finally got Tracy out there last year, so she's hooked now. So
all right.
I think I got to get a car, put her in a car. We actually saw a car. The car went by. She said, "Ooh, I want that car." We want to talk to the guy who said, "Hey, we want this car whenever you sell it." And Tracy says, "Yeah, we want it." I said, "We got to buy the trailer too. Why? Because we got no place to put the goddamn thing inside anywhere.
Yeah.
So we need the trailer too." So if we end up buying that car, there's probably $365 and $100 grand I'm going to have to spend for that. And if she wants it, she'll get it.
I'll build the garage.
Look at this.
And then don't forget
I'll
about
teach her how to drive it.
Don't forget about Jerry at Empire Dragway, our buddy Jerry.
Jerry, yes.
Remember, he got the Street Outlaw No Prep Kings coming May 3rd. And
Yeah, that's
4th,
the
I think.
first. That's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, they're coming, and then he's got that beautiful show we went to last year.
Yes.
He's got the dragsters coming back, modifieds, funny cars. That's July 20th. That show is, I believe. And
right.
I tell you right now, you want to see somebody to laugh, you got to watch Bill Moran when them top fuelers take off. I'll tell you right now. My grandson shot this best video I've ever seen at the line the cars going down the track.
Yeah.
He's still goddamn smiling. He had stopped smiling since that day. He said, Grandpa, can we come back next year? Oh, hell yeah, we can.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, well, it was a pleasure meeting you guys. Bro D,
Likewise.
good luck with everything. Tommy Lee, I love it. Looking good. Always looking good.
Thank you.
Racin Randy, what can I say?
You know where to find me, buddy.
That's
You know how
right.
to get a hold of me.
That's right.
Yeah, the commemorative plate of 16 years.
That's right.
Racing Randy here at South Butler Dragway. Come on down.
For Dan Barillo, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.
Know what to do. I turn the TV on, wrote a letter